On a game 4 of the finals, currently the score is Dbmb 2, Giap 1. Giap absolutely has to win this game, and he has to do it as Axis in the north base of Angoville. He has chosen Osther against Dbmb's US forces, which is a matchup we've already seen in game 2 of this series, which Dbmb won 496 to nothing. So Giap is going to have to change up his strategy and adapt based on his knowledge of what Dbmb did during game 2. And win this game, or that's going to be the tournament. This is a matchup that he really struggled in 2 games ago, so curious to see how it's going to go. He's going to go hard left. Look at this totally different capping order. Dbmb hasn't changed a single thing. Rear echelons left, riflemen both right. Giap is going to go hard left with his grenadiers and Pyos. Try and get some of this territory under control. Dbmb moving towards the strategic point and victory point with his riflemen, and there's the vet rifleman calling for Dbmb, who has gone Rifle Company, heading left to support in this early engagement. Pyos chase away those rear echelon troops, chasing them all the way over here to make sure that they do indeed retreat. Grenadiers go straight for the victory point. Pyos heading left to grab that munitions. And if Giap wants faction selection for the ace game, should it go that far, he needs to win with 469 victory points. 469. That is a pretty high number. Could prove very difficult. Riflemen taking control of the entire right side unopposed. Rear echelon troops will move to get the VPs.
We have liberated the objective.
And Dbmb doesn't seem to be playing a particularly strategic VP game or anything where he's going to play into the ace game. He's just going to try and win the tournament right here, from what I can tell. He's not going for VPs very early, just backcapping with rear echelons. Riflemen move up to engage. Grenadiers right there, and they're forced to retreat. Here comes a flank from Dbmb's rifle squad on the left, and that machine gun also has to retreat. Pyos and Grenadiers
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
still available over here on the left side, but Giap is about to be cut off right here, and he needs to do something about that flanking squad of riflemen if he can. Vet 2 riflemen moving up to engage from the south. These riflemen positioned in green cover on the cutoff. Already, Giap is left to a pretty difficult start, forced to retreat completely off the field very early.
That's it. Fully reinforced. Enemy has spotted us. Position. Have orders. We are losing a sector.
Riflemen moving right to take control of this building are going to successfully secure building control and probably force even more retreats from the right side. The left side doesn't seem to be going very well. Grenadiers trying to engage at maximum range, but a lot of riflemen have a lot of green cover. Grenadiers are going to jump into the capture circle anyway. Riflemen over here starting to take control of the fuel, and the clock has started ticking against Giap, who's going to go sniper. Going to see a little bit of a deviation from game 2 right there. 3 Grenadiers MG into sniper. Let's see if he can micro it well. We've seen some pretty legendary sniper performances on my stream. Mostly from Captain Price. I'm not familiar with Giap's snipers at all, so I'm quite curious. Bit of a late retreat on that squad. There they go. They should be fine. Giap's about to lose control of the left side cutoff again, and the right side is probably also going to fall. Riflemen moving to engage against those Grenadiers very soon. There's the sniper on the field now. Ambulance on the field for Dbmb. He's going to start healing up. He has gone 4 rifle squads. Probably into Captain again. Don't think he's going to be changing up his build all that much. And that sniper's probably a good choice against Captain Tech Rifle Company because there's no M20 coming.
Pioneers awaiting orders.
So that is an adaptation to his knowledge of his opponent's rifle company style. Grenadiers making a play for the cutoff, but they're probably going to get pushed away by that squad of riflemen. jumping into the house.
We now have a flamethrower. Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Infantry contact! We are taking losses! Heads down!
Grenadiers going into the building right here. Sniper's still looking for opportunities to take shots. Struggling a little bit. Can't get a line on anything. Dbmb trying to manage the threat of that sniper as well as he can by utilizing vision blockers.
Reinforced!
MG just sitting on the cutoff, but Dbmb does hold the fuel, munitions, and victory points over there on the left side.
Grenadiers under fire! We've learned something
We are losing a sector.
Sniper moves up to engage these riflemen. There's a shot right there. MG42 moving to engage. Rear echelon troops are bringing that sniper kind of low with some lucky shots at range. He has to backpedal a little bit. There he goes.
Superior arms and soldiers.
Grenadiers attempting to harass the left side fail to those two squads of riflemen. Flamethrower piles are going to try and grab the right fuel. Grenadiers moving to assist as well. Sniper at a little less than half health and only up to 4 kills in 7 minutes is not very good. He needs to keep that thing firing as frequently as he can. He does have a line right here. Backpedaling. MG42 forces that retreat.
Enemy is taking
Flamethrower against Captain could go well if he gets some lucky crits. No crits. Has to retreat. Sniper needs to be careful with that level of HP. At least he slowed down the victory point clock a decent amount. No commander selection yet from Giap.
They're killing us! Keep their heads down! This is ours!
We have a full squad.
Security! Don't let
Grenadier squad is moving to hide behind this hedge rather than retreating from this engagement while he waits for support to arrive. Here comes a cutoff maneuver by these Grenadiers, but it won't do anything while Dbmb holds both of these strategic points.
Grenadiers
Medic bunker going up in Giap's base as well as tier 2 after a 3 Grenadier MG sniper opening. Just running around with Grenadiers in various locations of the map. There's a retreat from that MG. Flamethrower just got upgraded on Dbmb's first 2 squads of riflemen right there. It's going to make engagements against them even harder. Sniper circling left to look for opportunities for counter harassment over here. And there's Captain Tech by Dbmb into a pack howitzer. Look at that. Okay, pack howitzer.
shift your fire! I'm in! Let's on!
Sniper still hasn't been healed and he's scouting for himself, which is extremely dangerous. Gets a line on those riflemen. 1 down. 9 kills at 9 minutes. Starting to catch up a little bit. That will give him access to the incendiary round, but he doesn't have very much munitions for it.
A new Grenadier squad is ready.
Playing a little risky against those rear echelons right there. Flamethrower versus flamethrower will probably go to the rifleman right there. MG42 suppresses those rear echelon troops. Flamethrower pilots do have to retreat, and on the left side, all harassment attempts look like they have failed. Grenadiers being
Enemy
sent
forces
back
are
into the base.
securing our territory. Reinforcements complete.
Sniper fires at some rear echelons. Still just taking shots. Few openings here and there. Still hasn't healed that sniper up. Doesn't seem to feel the need to do so yet. Just trying to bleed his opponent's manpower, if at all possible. But he is pushed off the victory point, and a triple cap is ticking against him now. There's a retreat from that squad. I don't think there have been any wipes on either side, so nothing too terrible has happened to anybody. And as far as models lost, it's dead even. So it's just a question of map control. Pack howitzer firing.
We are losing a sector.
Those grenadiers have to retreat. More grenadiers move up out of the base, and he keeps on engaging so hard for the right with only light harassment left, and his harassment left keeps failing.
Receiving fire!
Really struggling to take away building control against these flamethrower riflemen.
Lines of supply are disrupted.
Pack howitzer hasn't gotten any big hits off yet, so it's not too big of a problem. Finally, it looks like some harassment on the left is going to succeed. Barely. That flamethrower squad's barely even alive right now. A couple squads forced away from the right side by the sniper. Continuing to deny this building, though. Pack howitzer seems to be firing at the sniper. With that level of health, it's very dangerous to keep that thing in the field under indirect fire. That grenadier should retreat. Captain's going to retreat away from the sniper just to prevent any further manpower bleed, and that's going to leave the pack howitzer a little bit undefended, so it's going to backpedal a little bit. There's mechanized assault chosen by Giap. He's got a little bit of manpower to work with. Probably just going to wait for the Stug E. He's 5 fuel away. He's clearly, in all fairness, doing a lot better than in Game 2. A lot better, although Dbmb has changed his build a little bit as well. This pack howitzer. Map control slowly rotating back towards Giap.
The enemy is gaining a foothold. We are down to 300 points. The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Sniper reporting.
We have taken it.
Sniper fires at those riflemen. I can't believe he hasn't healed this thing yet. I guess he just doesn't feel that he has time to let that off the battlefield, and he's just going to rely on solid micro to keep that alive instead of healing. If that gets flanked by those two squads, he's so screwed, though.
Tank gun has arrived.
He's going to move to fire on that squad on the left while his Stug protects the flank. Grenadiers being engaged. Oh, huge hit by the pack howitzer right there. Wipes that grenadier squad. That hurts. That really hurts. As Stug took engine damage and had to pull back to safety. Sniper is going to backpedal away from these two squads, as is that MG42. Giap has to be very careful in this next series of engagements. If he loses the Stug or Sniper, I'm pretty sure it's GG. He can barely afford the loss of that grenadier squad over here. Pack howitzer definitely paid off with that big hit.
We are losing a sector.
Sniper takes one more shot and retreats with a tiny sliver of health. That's probably, I think, the sniper's first retreat this game. It's up to Vet 2 now, 19 kills. So he's actually doing pretty okay with that. Pretty okay. He does have control of one victory point, very briefly. This game is still recoverable. It's definitely not lost, but he needs to execute flawlessly.
Our territory.
And obviously he cannot get faction selection in Game 3 if he does survive this. Dbmb is now absolutely, for certain, the victory point leader. Two squads of grenadiers have to retreat from the right side. Stug is fully repaired and moves to try and assist. The sniper didn't even receive full healing. He just rushed it back onto the battlefield to start taking more shots at infantry, force some retreats. Stug trying to force some retreats as well. A triple cap is set up against Giap again.
Light artillery barrage ready to launch.
Jackson is in production now for Dbmb. Kind of a late retreat on those Pyos. Pyos just got wiped. MG42 trying to take control of the left side. Stug pushes away some riflemen over there. Grenadiers moving to take control of that VP. Over here on the left, Grenadiers are chased away from the fuel. These Grenadiers taking the strategic point. The right side doesn't seem to be going very well for Giap, though. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold this. His Stug hasn't really gotten any damage dealt to anything. Oh, wow. Maybe I take that back. It only had 1 kill before that shot, though. Now it has 4. He really needs that thing to step it up a little bit if he's going to catch up. With this Jackson on the field, if that Stug leaves itself vulnerable for just a couple seconds too long, is pretty much dead. Giap does have 1 victory point under his control, though, and if he loses this game, that's the series.
That's everyone! The enemy is attempting to steal our sector. Pioneers ready for assignment. The territory is out of contact. The enemy is
Rifleman
taking
moving
our
right to take
territory.
control of this victory point.
MG-42 team is ready for action.
Incendiary round gets 3 riflemen. That was pretty okay, I guess. Grenadiers and MG-42 trying to push away the rifle squad over here on the right. 200 points left for Giap to make his way onto this battlefield and try and hold some territory over here. White Phosphorus is going to push him back into the base, I think. Late retreat, late retreat. Oh, that pack howitzer shot.
Infantry squad has been killed.
Oh no, that's another wipe. Is that game? That is game. Wow. GG, that's the finals, and Dbmb will emerge the victor of Starcross Cup 3.